Matt Dunning, it's the return of the reserves grade on Monday against Warrington away. Quite a tough challenge against another, top end Super League team. So again, you've been thrown straight into the fire.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? That's what reserves is all about. It's getting a chance to test yourself against quality opposition, which we've had throughout up to now with St Helens and Leeds prior. And it'll be another great test at Warrington away.
It's been a couple of weeks with that Hull KR game being postponed. Has there been anything reserve centric you've been working on, or has it been mainly the first team reserve still continuing that relationship together really in training?
Yes, the relationships continue. That's the way we run the reserves at this club. It's not a reserves and a first team split. They all train together, and then whoever's not selected to play first team in the 21-man squad is available to play in the reserves if they're fit and healthy enough to do so. So that's how we've conducted it. We have obviously reviewed the Leeds game and spoke to them about the effort-based things that I thought were lacking. But again, I'm not going to throw any of the players to the wolves or anything. We've put our arms around people and we've shown them ways to be better, and that's what we're looking for in training for the rest of the week and on Monday night.
There's been 3 games, including that Midlands Hurricanes friendly. How do you assess your first sort of batch of fixtures as a whole?
We knew it was tough. We knew it was going to be tough, and that's what it's been. The challenge of the young blokes is to be really consistent in what they do. That's a challenge from young blokes with talent, is to be consistently good week in, week out, day in, day out at training, things like that. So, we saw a difference in the consistency levels from St Helens away to Leeds at home, and that's part of what we've been working on, consistently doing the things they need to do to become top players.
With it being a few weeks since the last play, I'm sure they'll be chomping at the bit to get out again, and they'll be playing a really quality Super League side, as we've mentioned, and another chance to test themselves against the best essentially. So good for their development to be able to play against players who will be more mature physically and potentially technically as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as players, coaches, and whatever, when you've had a bad result, the one thing you want to do is get back out there as soon as possible. The lads haven't had that, so they've had plenty of time to lick their wounds. And we go again against what we know will be a very, very good outfit with plenty of first team experience in there. And it's a chance for a lot of the players to right the wrongs from last time out.
How have you found your first couple of months back in the hot seat in charge of the reserves?
Yeah, it's difficult, Luke. It's difficult because you never know what sort of squad you're going to have. We're not blessed with the biggest squad and the biggest resources, as everybody knows. But what we do is we try and make use of everything we've got. So a lot of what we tend to pick depends on the first team, and then we pick what we can pick after that, and we try and muddle through. But we're doing the best job we can, and we're trying to find a way to make as many of our young players the best players they can be, and that's totally the job for me.
And just finally, there's 3 trialists joining your side for the Warrington game on Monday. There's Owen Blackwood, Mickey Scott, and Mikey Hoyle. What can you tell us about those 3?
Yeah, as I said, we've not got we're not blessed with a massive squad, so. We had an agent that approached us about Owen Blackwood. He's a kid that was at St Helens in the academy there. He's been down to North Wales Crusaders and it's not quite worked out for him, so we said we'd have a look at him and take a look closely with him, and he joins us this evening. And then one of the things we've been working on in the background is a real good partnership with the armed forces. We struck up a real good partnership with the Army, and we've got a couple of lads joining us on a long trial from the Army. And Matty Scott's been the Army Player of the Year for the last 3 years. He's a quality hooker, and Mickey Hoyle's going to add some serious size and aggression in the front row. And both guys are, if selected, available to play first team as well. So they're coming in, to start in the reserves, but. Both of them have already told me that their aim is to try and make the first team squad, which is exactly what we want. We want competition for places, we want people pushing the people in the first team and trying to get their shirts.
And just finally, again, sorry, you've got players potentially coming down from the first team we mentioned before, but as we saw last week, there's some really talented academy lads who will be chomping at the bit to get a run out as well. That were really impressive opening performance from them, so you're going to get the best of both worlds. Hungry players from either side wanting to play rugby.
Yeah, exactly right, Luke. Yeah, and what we've got to be is real careful with them young blokes. Lee's doing a great job with the young blokes in the under-18s. We can't overexpose them too early, you know, and the way the fixtures have fallen this week, the reserves play Monday night away at Warrington, the scholarship play away at Warrington on Wednesday night, and then the academy play at home against Wigan on Thursday night. So to ask young blokes to play Monday, Thursday at this intensity and this level is probably too much. You know, so wherever possible, we won't look to use the players that Lee's got, you know, in his mind for Thursday. But I agree with you totally. Yeah, it was a real good game to watch. There was some defensive deficiencies that'll need fixing from both teams. But you know what? It was great to see the young blokes out there with a smile on their face enjoying the rugby again. And there was 4 or 5 of them that really took my eye, and that I'll be watching closely over the coming weeks.